hours to spare, a government shutdown is averted. Tonight, the House and Senate passed a compromise funding measure with bipartisan support, a deal that will keep the government funded for another 45 days. But getting this done today before the midnight deadline came down to the wire. ABC's M. Wynn reports from Washington.
With just hours to go, the House passing a bipartisan stopgap spending bill to avert a government shutdown.
The bill is passed, and without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
The deal, including $16 billion in disaster relief requested by the White House, but no new aid for Ukraine. Speaker Kevin McCarthy putting his House leadership on the line, announcing the proposal following weeks of infighting within his own party.
If you have members in your conference that won't let you vote for appropriation bills, doesn't want an omnibus, and won't vote for a stopgap measure, I don't want to be a part of that team. I want to be a part of a conservative group that wants to get things done.
House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries criticizing what he calls the extreme Republicans.
The American people have won. The extreme MAGA Republicans have lost. It was a victory for the American people and a complete and total surrender by right-wing extremists who throughout the year have tried to hijack the Congress.
After the overwhelmingly bipartisan vote in the House, the bill was then sent to the Senate, where some expressed concern over the lack of funding for Ukraine.
We will not stop fighting for more economic and security assistance for Ukraine. Majorities in both parties support Ukraine aid, and doing more is vital for America's security and for democracy around the world.
But the Senate eventually voting to pass the legislation ahead of the midnight deadline, keeping the government open.
The alternative to our action today, an entirely avoidable government shutdown.
The final stop, President Biden's desk for his signature, keeping the government funded for another 45 days. M. Wynn, ABC News, Washington.
9 senators voted against the government funding bill, one of which was Texas Senator Ted Cruz. Meanwhile, Texas Senator John Cornyn voted for the bill.